Hi everyone, I'm Sean, originally from Cincinnati, Ohio in the US. We are here in Doha, looking to get back to the US as soon as possible. So, who are you?
I'm Isla and I'm 7 years old and I'm gonna be 8 in October.
Yeah?
Who are you?
I'm Nate.
And how old are you?
4.
4 years old. Yeah?
Yeah.
And I'm Bredge, Vizgirda, married to Sean for 9 years this December, and I'm originally from the UK.
Hello everybody, we're making this video today to try and appeal to anybody out there who may be able to help us with our immigration case. My wife is British. I'm a natural born American, a veteran. I served in the United States Air Force honorably, and where we met. So, Bredge.
We met in 2010, and while Sean was stationed in the UK while he was in the US Air Force, and we got married about 18 months later, and a year after that our daughter Isla was born. She's now 7, going on 8. When Sean's time in the Air Force came to an end, we decided to stay, and he got a visa and stayed in the UK and got a job there. And then in 2016, Nate was born, and not long after Nate was born, Sean got offered the job here in Qatar in the Middle East to further his career. And at that time, we thought it was a good move, and it was a good move, and we came here and we've enjoyed a very happy 3.5 to 4 years. Unfortunately, due to COVID and the oil prices being affected and the oil and gas industry having to make big cuts, Sean's job has been a casualty of that, and he has lost his job with no real notice really. We have not a lot of time to get over here. We were planning to do another 2 or 3 years here, and in March applied for my American visa with our next move planning to be to move back to the States to be with Sean's family, and so we would have more support and the kids could grow up with their family around them. We didn't really want to be away any longer than that, so that was the plan, and we thought 2 to 3 years was more than enough time for it to come through. So we had no idea that this was going to happen, and now we're in this predicament.
Yeah, I think one of the unfortunate aspects of all of this is, we had applied for the visa, long before any sort of cuts had been announced to the oil and gas industry, at least over here in Qatar. And due to, these unforeseen circumstances, we're basically in this legal limbo to where, because we applied for her visa while living outside of the US, it creates a very problematic situation. Had we flown into the U.S. even though we were married, my understanding is that we could have applied for a visa while we were there, and she could have stayed with us until either her visa was approved or denied, at which point she would have to return to the U.K. So that's where we're at. If there's anything that you guys can do, like and share this video with as many people as you can. Maybe it'll get in front of somebody with a sympathetic ear and can help us get this case resolved as soon as possible, so we can move on to the next step.
We've basically received conflicting advice about whether I could go to the US with them, and what would happen when we arrived in the US, when we got to customs. And some people are saying basically it's anyone's guess. They could let you in, they might not let you in, based on the fact that you've got this ongoing visa application. We can't seem to be able to get it expedited, speed it up in any way. We have made contact with as many people that we can think of that would be able to help, but we haven't really got anybody who seems to be willing to take any kind of ownership and really step out there and help us. So at the moment we're really facing our family being just torn apart. Our current plan is that I will go to the UK, but I will keep the children with me, so Sean can head to the US and try and find another job. and just wait for my green card to come through. But there's also flight restrictions between the UK and the US right now. So even when it comes through, if it is expedited and I get it in the next 2 to 3 months, it could be, who knows how long it will be before I can actually get a flight to go and join him in the US. So if we have to be split up, which it's looking like we will, it will be indefinitely. We won't know when we are all together again. So it's pretty dire circumstances at the moment, and we obviously do not want to be torn apart. But I also do not want to risk the immigration process in any way. I don't want to risk anything at the border if it's going to affect any long-term plans. I want to do it legally and I want to do it properly. I don't want to cut any corners, so I want to make sure that I don't upset anybody, and which is why we feel the safest option is for me to go to the UK rather than try our luck at the border. We just don't think that that's a responsible option for us at the moment.
So again, if there's anything that you can do out there, to help us out, if you know anybody who works with the CIS, who any special lawyers or anything like that, then please, have them contact us, and we'll hopefully, get wake up from this nightmare that we find ourselves in. So thank you.
Thank you for listening.
All right. See ya.